Alrighty, you guys, welcome back to a brand new episode here on
The ankle.
Hey Ember.
Hello, honey.
Hello, foodie beauties.
So you guys, thank you so much for tuning on in and happy Sunday. Hope everyone is having a great day. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe, become a channel member. For today's video, this little one here, we're going to be taking a look back into the Foodieverse. She's been doing a lot of ranting lately, which is good because I don't want to listen to her eat. So this works for us. Unfortunately, this video right here, which thank you so much to the Looney Tubes for catching this and putting it out. So if you guys would like to watch it directly from their channel, please feel free to do so. This is the rage stream that Foodie uploaded and then quickly deleted. So yeah, was able to catch some of it. Some, you know, who knows if this is necessarily the highlights I would have chosen for it, but we'll see. And then the second one is a video that Foodie posted not too long ago. And she also just posted a mukbang at like 11:30 at night here, at least. So it's probably like 11:30 in the morning there or something. And then the why I no longer want to upload videos or something like that. It's her ranting about free use, blah, blah, blah. Eye roll. Yapping a lot, guys. So let's just dive right on in, shall we?
Hi, welcome back to another video. This video I called
Okay, hey Foodie.
Telling Off Haters in My ASMR Voice. Somebody
Oh, this is her ASMR voice? Okay. Okay. I would have guessed it was her phone sex operator.
who has an online presence and is well known would
Is that you?
just ignore certain criticisms. Now the thing is the community of reactors and critics and haters that orbit myself,
Oh, yeah.
my being,
Imploding planet. This is the first time I'm watching this video, so.
are dumber, more ignorant, and more petty than most.
I mean, I think some are definitely really petty, but I don't know, girl. I don't know. Calling people ignorant when, like, they're just talking about what you're doing.
They're not normal reactors. They're not normal tea channels because they create tea when there is none.
Well, instead of saying they, why don't you give names, girl? I mean, I'm sure she will, but...
But there is something that I see going around that I just want to correct and school people on because there's a lot of ignorance when it comes to eating disorders. So I want to first say that people are picking apart my mukbangs. They claim
Well, yeah, girl, because they're gross. You're doing nothing.
they hate them, they don't like them, they can't stand the noises, whatever.
Why do you pay so much attention to what the reaction channels say? Huh? Like, if you genuinely enjoy uploading those and you get positive comments, then just listen to those positive comments, girl, okay? If you want to just stick your head in the sand and do that, fine. It's your channel. Do what you want. Coming on here and bitching about it, dude, it's just embarrassing for yourself.
Oh, now the tea on the mukbangs is that apparently every mukbang I do is massive and a binge.
Well, you know what? I don't think it's a binge, but that goes to show how far gone Foodie really is, in my opinion. Because to the normal person, that's a binge-worthy amount of food. You know, for us, we sit there and look at it and we think that's disgusting. This is over the top, just unnecessary. But to someone this far gone, that is a normal meal for them. So it's gross. I agree 1,000%, but I don't think it's a binge for her.
Which most of them are neither.
This too, yes, good point. She's scared because YouTube is cracking down on eating disorder content, including mukbangs, which, yeah, they should. They should, dude. My God.
So let me explain.
Like, if you're not contributing anything, literally nothing, then yeah, it's, in my opinion, fetish content and disordered eating content.
I will use the KFC mukbang as an example. Now, the KFC
Oh, that was a gross one, right? Or no, I didn't watch that one, thank God. I can just tell it's gross from the picture.
mukbang I just recently did to
Is that a whole bucket of fries? Bitch.
today is neither a binge, and it is neither. It's also not massive. With my mukbang, I
Oh, it's not? Okay.
have 2 chicken wraps, which are large. Yes, I do comment
Those are big. And then a whole thing of fries, bitch. Sorry. Girl, like, no.
that in my video, and I have one. It's actually an individual size of cheese fries because you can actually get smaller size or family size, as you can see pictured here.
Yeah, and you got... What? Girl, this doesn't prove anything. Absolutely does not prove anything. So why does it show in a box here, but not, you know, the whole giant tub?
Yes, I come with receipts.
You don't, though. You would show timestamps as well for that, but you can't. Like, you could have literally just gone, made up that card just now, and then screenshotted it to be like, look, guys. Girl, eye roll.
Now, I don't
She thought she ate.
think anyone would accuse this mukbanger of having a binge here on KFC because they're thin.
That's disordered eating as well. I'm sorry about it.
So,
Plus, like, I don't know, she probably spits the food out. As disgusting as that sounds, a lot of mukbangers do that. They chew it for a little bit and then they spit it out. So, I mean, that's one thing. That's one thing. I think that's really like Wizard of Oz type shit, like peeking behind the curtain. But, nah, girl, this is just your life, okay? Like, ugh.
there's the stigma right there, just because I'm overweight, that anything I eat that is not healthy, and I will acknowledge that the food I eat in mukbangs a lot of the time are not healthy.
Oh, really?
I use my mukbang as a
I would say every single time.
means to eat things that most people think I shouldn't eat.
There it is. There it is. So it's an excuse for you to, you know, be gluttonous and to go over the top. You know that what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing, girl, and yet you do it anyways. And people still support you for whatever reason, okay? Well, I mean, we've seen that some of the people that pay her directly are literal kids, so...
And to eat things that are just not really obviously healthy.
Obviously.
So the thing is you're right, that probably isn't a binge for her. Just because somebody is eating large...
And also, I don't know who that creator is, but like, they maybe probably do that like once a week, you know, or only a couple times a week. It's not every single day. At least one of their meals is an over-the-top, you know, feast.
quantities of food in one sitting does not mean that it is considered a binge in terms of binge eating disorder. So I've explained this many times.
No, but I think it's a very slippery slope. I really do. If you do it might not be disordered in your mind, but it can be a disordered action that can lead to disordered thinking. That's my thoughts on it.
But again, the community of reactors or haters or whatever, they are like talking to a brick wall. And
Yeah, you.
once they've made up their mind about something about your life, they're always right and you're always wrong, no matter what you do, even if you prove yourself. Yeah, so,
The thing is, though, Foodie, where's the improvement? Huh?
you know, I'm always wrong. And everyone knows best. You know, everyone's an expert in this and that.
I don't think anyone is claiming that, girl. I don't think anyone is claiming that, but they're showing, like, the holes in your logic. And, of course, you and Amber just can't stand that.
They know more about your life, how you feel, than you do your own. Isn't that something? That's a true phenomenon right there.
Who cares, girl?
Now, I want to school you a little bit on what a binge is for me. And binge eating disorder is very personal, and each individual would probably define what they consider a binge a little different.
True.
And from the next person. I would say that there are...
That's also what Amber Lynn uses to justify her binging. She goes, you guys, this, like, is totally not a binge for me. I would totally be way worse. But it's still a binge.
Some base foundations that if you look up binge eating disorder, that certain organizations will tell you, these are the signs, the symptoms, things like that, that could be included. Just
Yeah, this is probably the first thing that popped up for her.
kind of like when everyone has a flu, not everyone has diarrhea, not everyone has the same symptoms. So basically, for me, and I told the doctor I've seen about this, just a reminder, I have been to a outpatient center for eating disorders in Ottawa when I lived there in Canada.
Okay.
Before that, I've seen a few therapists for quite a few sessions. I've been to inpatient therapy growing up as a teenager.
Really? Oh, you mean the psych ward? That's different, girl.
And yada, yada, yada. So I've read books on binge eating, Brain Over Binge, The Binge Code, intuitive eating books. I've downloaded countless calorie counting apps
And it all hasn't helped at all. So are you leading this up? She mentioned the inpatient so that she can be like, listen, I even did that and it didn't work for me, so nothing will.
I've tried many diets. But for me, a binge, when I enter binge mode, we'll call it.
Well, the issue is, though, Foodie, is that we don't know if you're binging behind the scenes. So, like, you could be eating these huge, gross meals, which are huge and gross to us, sure. If that's your normal, then gross. But we see that. We don't know if you're going and having more off camera. That's the issue, okay? Like, I guarantee you those mukbangers probably don't eat anything for that day except for that meal. But you do a mukbang and then you go on and probably binge more later. That's bad.
It's not just about how much food I'm eating. And I can tell you right now, you're not going to see me actually have a binge in terms of binge eating disorder.
Yeah, no, I don't think she would ever broadcast a binge. I don't even think Amber would, to be fair.
Which is when I binge eat on camera. There's a big difference between overeating and binge eating. And the difference is...
Yeah, she overeats on camera and binge eats off. So that's why she's gaining so much weight like crazy. Her sciatica is back. Like, so many issues, dude.
a very psychological one.
I have a feeling... Oh, back to the definition. I have a feeling we're going to get another Canada arc soon.
More than physical. And it's psychological triggers that cause the physical binge eating.
That?
And in a mukbang, it's planned, it's calculated.
These mukbangs don't seem calculated, girl. It seems like, well, I was feeling like eating this today, so I'm gonna sit down and film myself eating this today. You have nothing to talk about ever. Like, how is it calculated?
It's done, there's a mean to it, there's a reason for it.
What's the reason? What was the reason?
Mukbang is a huge thing on the internet. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only overweight one to do
Okay, and I'm sure you're not the only one that gets talked about, so shut up.
it. And I'm also not the
She thinks she's so special.
only overweight one with health problems to do it as well. A lot of people don't talk about their personal lives. Usually mukbangers don't, a lot of them. So I understand the reception for that. People are concerned because I do talk a lot about my health problems.
You don't, though. Oh, so now she's back to being so open about her health problems, but the past month she's been silent.
People know I have binge eating disorder. They know I have diabetes. But
Well, it's all because of your past that we know that. If you just came on here as Miriam and, people got to know you from this point of view, we wouldn't know all of that stuff.
don't know on a daily basis is other things that I eat throughout the day. You don't know how often I actually
Exactly, girl. That's why we're concerned.
do binge eat.
That's why we're concerned.
And you don't know whether allowing myself to eat these foods actually does help or not with the actual binge eating.
I can guarantee you it doesn't, all right? You're still gaining weight like crazy, so it's not helping.
So I want to say that for me, a binge is, binge eating disorder is a psychiatric disorder. That's why when I went for outpatient treatment, I was, seen by...
Oh, so now it was outpatient?
psychiatrist. I was put on Vyvanse. I was, went through the rigmarole.
Dude, she was on Vyvanse and she couldn't drop the weight. Then, yeah, she might be helpless. Sorry. Although, I don't know. It affects everyone differently. Vyvanse, for me, never curbed the hunger. Adderall, absolutely. Jesus Christ.
And, yeah. So, I mean, it obviously didn't cure me, but I felt like the doctor didn't have as much experience with binge eating as they do with other eating disorders. And that's because, again, if you have an eating disorder and you're obese and it shows, people just assume that you just overeat and you're just a pig. Basically, that's it.
Okay. The same can be said for anorexic people or just skinny people in general. There are naturally just very thin people out there that constantly are told, oh, you need to eat something. You need to eat a burger. And I'll admit to even having that thought process when I was younger. But like, once you're on the other coin, like the other side of that coin, it's really like inappropriate and it's jarring, to be honest, to have someone commenting that like you're too skinny. Like it's like, ew. People are very bold to tell you if you look too thin, but God forbid if they said that you look too big. You know what I mean?
Exactly how it goes. They don't think that you have disordered eating.
I mean, neither is acceptable, but one is more acceptable than the other, unfortunately.
I'm here to tell you that regardless of what you think, it doesn't mean that you know. Okay, there's a big difference there, and you don't know what you're talking about. So for me,
I don't think you know what you're talking about either, girl.
getting back to this, I go on
This is what you think, not what you know.
tangents. For me, an actual binge is a psychological issue, and it's...
I would say your actions altogether are reminiscent of a psychological issue, girl.
Usually triggered by different things.
Like your husband shitting on Kai Bella.
But it's usually just a big, overwhelming urge. I'm trying to think of how to describe it accurately. It's hard to describe. It's a feeling. It's like a overwhelming feeling. And it's not something I would want to see myself do, and it's not something I would want to show people. Throughout my whole life, I've had this. I used to sneak food, hide it in my bedroom.
Okay, Amberlynn.
When I was living in a group home, I used to steal food from the fridge, bring it up to my bedroom, like big blocks of cheese. And
this literally sounds like Amber. My God, she was in a group home at one point? How do I not remember that? Well, I mean, I don't know the full lore, but huh. I thought she went from her mom to her grandparents.
Bread and whatever. So I binge in secret. It's something that I hide. I mean, I've told you guys the stories.
Well, I mean, girl, is it really a secret? Is it really a secret? I mean, if I walked into the kitchen one morning, saw a huge block of cheese is now missing from the night before, and then I look at all the girls, I'm going to take a wild swing at the 200-pounder. Sorry. That's so mean.
About the pizza boxes
Not a swing like that, but like, you know what I mean. Take a guess that it was.
in my closet when I used to live with BB, So it's like...
Ew, girl, ew.
I do it in secret. I don't do it as a mukbang. If I've ever, I think I've shown maybe a couple of binges as more of a vlog or like an educational thing to be transparent and show you what it's like for me. I may not even have. I don't remember that far.
I don't think. Even if she was to do something like that, it would still be inaccurate.
Back about what I did with the video, if I did a video like that. But for a mukbang, no, it's not like that. A mukbang is a mukbang. So anyway, I would, just get massive quantities of food when I'm alone, when I'm feeling a particular way. Sometimes you just feel the binge urge come on, and I don't really know how to describe it other than that. And it's very hard to control. It's very hard to fight. I mean,
you have to rewire your brain, dude. You really do. I mean, you should have jumped on that when you were younger and it was more possible, because now you might be stuck.
There wouldn't be anyone with this disorder, right? It's notorious for being hard to fight,
Not impossible, though.
So, for example, like if I was alone previously, I would just start eating.
Also, like, think about it this way. The food that she orders a lot of the time is food that is specifically marketed and designed to fire off those responses in your brain so that you think you're addicted to it. That's the issue. And I feel like once you kind of realize that, you can like vindictively go against those types of foods. You know what I mean?
Anything I could grab. Like sometimes I would even just eat like anything, literally. Like I one time ate relish, like because there was dill
That's literal binge eating disorder. Yeah.
relish in the fridge, and that was the last thing I
Amber literally talked about that. She was like, you guys, I don't have binge eating disorder because I've never eaten ketchup.
binge on. Like 3 to 4 of noodles, of ramen, 5
Ew.
little bags of chips,
Girl.
a whole tray of cheese, a whole block of
Whole tray. Shut up. Shut up.
cheese, just mindlessly autopilot, just not even thinking about it. And then after you binge eat, you have this more psychological side effect of just this overwhelming feeling of
I mean, I understand what she's talking about, because I'm not going to like sit here and pretend like I haven't struggled with different aspects of this. There are certainly some days where it's just like, why am I so hungry? Not even hungry, it's a head hunger. It's just like, I can't stop, you know? But I don't know, girl, you gotta space those days out. I think it's fine every now and then to just kind of have like an emotional day with food. I think that's fine, to be honest with you, if you can control it the other days. You know what I mean? Like, it's a once a month maybe type of thing for me, where I'm just like, I don't really care today. I'm gonna have some chips, I'm gonna have some brownies, have some ice cream. Who cares? Like, you know, I call that a girl's night.
guilt and like shame and just ickiness. You know, you cringe at yourself and you're like, you feel defeated. It's this overwhelming feeling of defeat and hopelessness, and that you don't have control over your own self. And you don't understand it. And it's a totally different, dark feeling. It's a dark place. And it's...
Okay. Are we, like, arguing semantics here, dude? Like, okay, so Foodie doesn't consider her mukbangs a binge. All right. I wouldn't necessarily either, because I'm sure her binges are 100 times worse. Like...
It's not my mukbangs at all.
I don't care, girl. That doesn't, like, diminish the fact that it's still disgusting.
My mukbangs are planned. They are...
Yeah, it seems it. That seems it. That's why she starts every video being like, I woke up and I just instantly wanted this, so I got it.
Mostly calculated, mostly. Sometimes no, but, you know.
Most times.
Trying to do better with that. They have a purpose, and they're not the
What's the purpose, girl? Huh? ASMR to be relaxing? To have lunch with someone? Please.
same at all. If I overly restrict myself, it's a disaster.
Girl, you don't have to overly restrict yourself, but have some self-control, all right?
You know, for binge eating.
Like with the KFC thing, maybe just get one sandwich. And if you really wanted that many fries, then you should have only got one sandwich. Or just one sandwich and a small order of fries. Like, you need to be more logical.
Life needs to be more structured and everything like that. Yes, I know that. You know, but I have a million problems, but binge eating in a mukbang is not one of them. And for it to be called a binge is very misleading to people.
Okay, who frickin' cares?
And it's wrong. It's false information. It's
Oh, shut up.
complete bullshit. And you know, my KFC mukbang was massive. Wow. I don't know if it's a camera angle or what, but I don't know if people don't watch my mukbangs till the end either, because I didn't finish the food. I had one of the wraps. I had a few bites of the second one, and I didn't even finish the cheese fries. So
She definitely did off camera.
I really don't know where that was massive.
So you just wasted that food then?
I mean, comment below if you can eat a whole wrap and half of cheese fries. I really, really just think it's just complete BS. and stupid and misinformation, and it's false, and it's a desperate attempt at content. And it's really just at this point, these people are just like dingleberries, and they just don't fall off, and they
Well, neither do yours, apparently, girl, okay? You have to have homeless men pluck them off you. Frickin' A.
they need to be dropped into the toilet and flushed away, because that's where you belong, in the crapper. Your content is crap, it's desperate, and
Oh, that's real rich coming from Foodie. That's very, very rich.
And I have every right to do mukbangs and eat just like everyone else, even if I have diabetes, even if
Sure, girl. Sure. Kill yourself. I don't fucking care anymore. My God.
I have a binge eating disorder, because none of you are doctors and none of you are are experts on an eating disorder. And I'm sure if you were, you wouldn't be in Gore World. You probably have a life and an education. But, this is why I decided to keep my personal life offline, because despite the
My doctor, okay, so recently up in Vermont, I have my doctor up there, and she asked me what I was doing for work now, and I said, oh, well, I'm self-employed, like skirting the reality of it a bit. She's like, oh, really? What are you doing? I was like, art mainly and YouTube. And she was asking like where she could find my channel. I was like, no, you don't wanna. Respectfully, you don't wanna.
my blood sugars are still the same. They're more than cut in half than what they were. They've gone from 24 mmol down to 11, and that's on the higher side. Sometimes they're 8, sometimes they're 9, sometimes they're 10, but not usually higher than 11, and which is a big improvement, and I still have time to get it down even more.
Girl, I don't think you have time, but okay.
You don't see the little efforts I do throughout the day and stuff like that, so you don't know. But because you don't know, Anyway, that's what I wanted to basically rant about, is just all of the misinformation. Nobody makes an educated video whatsoever on actual accurate information.
Well, including you, girl. This definitely isn't that.
So I'm telling you from, having this my whole life, what a binge is for me. And honestly, no strangers on the internet have the right to tell me what a binge is. None.
High roll, whatever, dude. This is really what's pissing you off? Really, Foodie? Dude, get a life.
When it comes to my eating disorder, that's exactly the bottom line. And the worst thing is, a lot of people criticizing what I eat, if they had the gall and the nerve to show themselves and their life, they eat the same thing. I mean, you're going to tell me you never eat a dish of fries with one wrap? That's massive.
Not in a family-sized bucket.
Okay.
She just wants to feel so, like, superior to everyone all of the frickin' time. My God.
I know people...
And I don't even think that's the goal of reaction channels. I mean, might be some, but it's not really any of our goals to come off as superior to these ladies. But that's how they take it. Okay. I think that's very telling.
I don't agree with my eating style, but I'm not ever going to be one to... And I've decided this after trying these diets, after just failing after fad diet after fad diet. I'm not ever going to completely cut carbs. I'm not ever going to completely cut junk food and go...
Okay, no one's telling you to, girl, but, like, get a fucking grip.
Vegetarian, keto, carnivore. I'm not going to do it. So... I don't know how many mukbang videos or how many things you're going to see me eat that you have to keep bitching about, but it's just, it's beating a dead horse at this point.
Yeah, you're telling me, dude. You will be the dead horse soon.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it sells, but,
That it does. Sorry about it. And I think you're more so pissy that these reaction channels make more money than you.
I was just coming here to tell you that, you're not right about my videos. They're not a binge, and a lot of them are not massive.
I mean, but sorry about it. Like, she posts, what, 1 or 2 videos a day at max, too. Like, she can't be making that much. With the views that she gets, no, sorry.
A lot of the time, I don't even finish my food. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, But there are mukbangers who eat way more.
Okay, so what, dude? So what? There are people out there that kill people. Doesn't make it right. The hell kind of freaking argument is that?
People bigger, people my size, people thinner. And you don't know. Maybe those people who are thin have binge eating disorder. but they don't gain weight for whatever reason. Maybe they purge, maybe they just work out a lot. That's a form of...
Well, why don't you try it? My God, dude. My God, you want to talk so much shit about these skinny people? Why don't you try it?
Restricting is excessive exercise, but you don't know. So why speak about something serious like that you don't know about?
She's such a cocky bitch. I'm sorry. She really is. She's pissing me off with this one, you guys.
People who are thin and have binge eating disorder would not be criticized that way. You know, it's very...
Well, sorry, but if they're working out to counteract it, then, like, okay, I don't really care. Then, sorry. Like, yeah, you should be putting better fuel into your body, but, like, it's not causing any direct health issues. Like, you carry your health issues, very apparently, girl. So, that's more so the issue. You just don't want to acknowledge the fact that you have absolutely ruined your health, ruined your body for the sake of food, and you're jealous that these skinny people can get away with it. You no longer can. Sorry.
Unhealthy for them too. It's not healthy. It's not a healthy thing to have that disorder, big or small.
Okay, but like they're a lot further from the finish line than you are, girl. Once they gain like 50 pounds, you know, in a few months, then I'd be more concerned. But if they stayed skinny for years and all they do to counteract the food is exercise, I don't see that as such a bad thing. There are plenty of people that exercise a majority of the day and then they have one giant meal at the end. Like, that's a very logical thing for a lot of people. I would not consider that. Like, that's why I think the line between disordered eating and regulated eating is so, like, you know, on the fence. But, girl.
I don't care. Think what you want, but...
Girl, think what you want. My God, all that to say, I don't care, clearly.
The misinformation is just...
Can't you guys tell she really doesn't give a fuck?
Out of this world. So I wanted to come on here and correct that and just let you know.
Okay, so people that aren't doctors aren't allowed to tell her what binge eating disorder is or isn't, but Foodie, who also isn't a doctor, is allowed to tell us what it is. Okay, makes a lot of sense, girl.
Personally, what a binge is for me in regards to binge eating disorder. And
I don't care, bitch. I really don't. Keep eating for all I freaking care. My God.
Also, just call you out, call those of you who are, oh my gosh, that's a massive portion. I could feed my family of 8. Well, then you need to have your family, given to someone else because you're underfeeding them. If your family of 8 can eat 1 wrap, you have something wrong with you. Anyway, that's all I'm
Eye roll, girl.
gonna say. I'm done with my bitchy video.
I don't think you are.
And thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, there's that.
Hello, Beezers.
So let's come on to this one where she's now bitching about fair use, which, whatever, girl, whatever.
All right, so I want to talk about something that is affecting me and...
Oh, is that?
...my channel. I haven't really...
She's getting pissy, dude, about the money.
...realized it fully until recently. But if after I explain it, it doesn't make sense to you or you don't agree that what is happening is not...
Why does she think she's the one to educate us?
...fair whatsoever, I don't know what else to tell you or how to explain it another way. I'm talking about reaction channels gone too far. Now, I have complained about
side-eye
reaction channels many, many times, especially the ones that are just pure hate channels, mostly about hypocrisy and bullying. But now there is another big issue I would like to address. It's content theft.
Oh no.
Whichever way you try to excuse it, there is a whole community of content leeches that literally steal my content. And honestly...
The thing is, though, girl, it's not stealing. It isn't, okay? Sorry if they're reacting to it, but that is not stealing. Do you see this right here? New work is critique, satire, or education. That falls under fair use. Like, what don't you freaking get about that?
This is why I no longer want to put any effort into my content.
Oh, no, it's because you don't want to freaking get criticized for the dumb stuff that you show and do, girl. My God.
If I do mukbangs, not much
She just wants to keep her beezers in the dark so bad.
effort is there, sure. But if I bother to go out and vlog and try and get creative with my videos, thousands of views are stolen from reaction channels.
Those aren't your views, girl. They weren't going to go to you anyways. Shut up. My God. And sorry, but like a decent amount of the people that follow me didn't care about you until started covering you more, girl. I'm not saying that for like a majority of people, but there's a decent amount of you that have told me you had no idea who this girl was. You had no idea who even Amber was until you stumbled upon the channel. So, like, it's not your views. It's just not. It's not your fans. It's not your viewers. Like, girl, shut up.
And this
No one would be going to you or Amber's videos. Like, that's the thing. If you just miraculously stopped all reaction channels out there, you and Amber, your views would plummet as well. Like, I don't know how they don't understand that it's like a symbiotic relationship.
is no exaggeration. About at least a dozen channels take my entire video for their own content
You're damn right.
and restream it or stream snipe it the minute I go live. They'd steal the video in its entirety or make a video using the entire video and make small comments here and there about petty little things, mostly bullying and body shaming, such as how I walk, how fat I look. There's literally a reaction channel whose content is to slow down shots of me walking to laugh at me.
That sounds funny.
So
Am I supposed to feel sorry for you?
things like that, if I'm using filters, etc., etc.
Well, I mean, you've admitted that you use filters.
I could go live and I will have, let's say, maybe 500 views. If someone, a bigger reaction channel who usually gets more views will go live, my views will drop down to the 300s.
Exactly. You only get about 200 viewers of people that are still willing to come to your channel, girl. No one cares. Sorry.
This is not fair use.
So she really cares about those 200 extra views, you know, not the 300 views that are from people that genuinely support her. She cares about those 200 people that don't support her. Okay, but yeah, her beezers, she loves you guys so much.
is what fair use should be. Read it very well, using small amounts of the content.
Oh, she's going to focus on that part. Of course she is.
And not taking away from the original creator. Reactors themselves have been reported gleefully bragging.
Are you going to ignore the rest of this, you dip? My God, dude.
About how they purposely take away views and not to watch my content on my channel and to watch it on theirs. This is theft.
Oh, boho.
This is wrong, and
They weren't going to be your views anyways, dude. My God. They're not going onto your channel and saying, come over to mine, stop watching her. Like, shut up.
come to a point where it's no longer worth it for me to put any effort into making content just for reaction channels.
Okay, so her beezers, she doesn't care about you guys at all. Y'all are, if you genuinely keep supporting Chantal after her blatant disrespect towards you guys, you're clowns. Sorry.
People argue that they wouldn't watch me anyway. Well, that's not
True.
because you go to another channel to watch my content.
Girl, some of my videos get more views than you do. Sorry about it. But like, you can't tell me that they would have gone to yours. No, you can't tell me. Sorry.
Throwing petty remarks and insults every few minutes is not transformative in any way.
And they also don't make the content for you. So why are you going and sniffing it out?
You are certainly not making my content any different. There's no transfer.
Making it a lot better, I would say that. Actually adding some, glee into the glum of it all. Just a lot of G words.
Happening to my work. Furthermore, how is it okay for a reactor to an entire channel based on one individual only? And I'm sure
I don't think there's a single reaction channel out there that's solely based on just you, girl. I really, really don't.
reactors will say, I'm crying over people taking my content. Yeah, I am. Just like the YouTube underground went on a rampage hypocritically when people used a tiny amount of her content and abused the copyright system over and over and over. Now, I can't copyright.
I don't know what she's talking about, but it probably wasn't how she's describing it.
Strike because I simply cannot afford to take everyone.
I mean, dude, people have reused my content already. I really don't care. I don't. Like, whatever.
Of these reactors to court.
Any press is good press. Shut up.
And pursue any of this. Nor do I wish to spend my time fighting something that big.
She also 1,000% wouldn't have as big of a subscribership that she does now if it wasn't for reaction channels.
But no matter how you spin it, it's not fair use to use a creator's entire work when it takes views away from the original creator.
Eye roll, dude, eye roll. She's so dumb.
Period. And yes, I can prove that, and I just have talked about
Oh, can you?
what happens when somebody goes live the minute I go live. And therefore, honestly, I don't feel motivated at all to share my life, nor to put in any effort into any content I do. That's just...
Girl, okay. So it shows how much you really care about the people that do support you.
how it is. I will just sit and eat and do mukbangs and do gaming streams on YouTube.
Until you die, right? Yeah. Joke's on us.
And try to do some streams on TikTok here and there, mostly battles and content where I can play some music. If these channels
but I thought music was haram.
were not using 100% of my content, a lot of people would watch on my channel. They would be curious, at least, and not...
Girl. No, they wouldn't. Oh my god. These women are so freaking delusional to think that anyone that watches a reaction channel would actually go and watch it directly from them. My Jesus, dude. In all my years of Girl World, it wasn't until I started my own channel that I actually started watching Amber Lynn's videos directly from her channel. Like, every other time was through reaction channels. Never once did I click on your guys' freaking profiles. So please, like, get that out of your damn heads that these are lost views. It's not.
But many more would be forced to, because no matter what you admit to...
Would be forced to. So she literally wants to force people to watch her channel. Okay.
it or not, whether you admit to it or not, sorry, those who watch on reaction channels are still interested to some degree to watch my content, which is why those channels...
No, they're not. They're really not. That's the thing, though, girl. They're interested in the commentary. It has nothing to do with you, all right?
...exist at all in the first place. It's sad that it has come to this, but reaction channels have gone too far with their...
Okay, Foodie. Take this to YouTube and see how far you get. You're so stupid.
...lazy stealing content. And I am no longer going...
I would say that reaction channels is far less lazy content than sitting your big back down in front of a camera and stuffing your face. Sorry.
...to do any vlogs or content outside of the mukbangs and gaming streams. I will talk to you guys...
No one cares.
...on the gaming streams, but not the talking I do on my regular streams. If you were working for free, I'm sure you wouldn't feel like it much either. I put myself out there. I put in the editing effort.
Oh, so much effort.
And for someone to just not even cam up and show themselves and just take my entire content and then use it to bully me, no thanks. And make more money, no thanks.
That's the issue. That's the issue, is that they're making more money than her. She's such a jealous witch.
It's ridiculous that YouTube...
You're a hag, dude. You're a freaking hag. Like, sorry, I don't like to use that word. For some reason, I don't. I think it's very nasty. But she's a hag. She's an old, bitter woman. Sorry about it.
allows this
And she's not even that old.
to occur, but to be honest, I know I talk a big game about reporting them to YouTube, but lately I just haven't had the mental health to sit
Oh, you poor thing. But you want to come on and bitch about it. Okay. So she just wants to complain, doesn't want to put in any effort. Go frickin' figure.
and go through their channels and send timestamps and watch their content for hours and hours
Do it.
of abuse. I actually have done this once or twice in the past, but not lately. I feel like YouTube 100% doesn't give a shit, so why should I?
Well, they probably know who they're dealing with, girl. Like, sorry, but it's you, okay? You have false reported people many times, so I'm sure they got a flag on your channel as well.
I would love to make nice vlogs for you guys. I would love to, but not if I put in the effort to do the content.
No, she just doesn't want to get out of the house. She really doesn't. And she's sick and tired of people making more money than her on her lazy, lackluster content.
And some lazy reaction channels who don't even bother to get on camera, just replay my entire content. Sorry, but fuck no. Fuck no. No more. I've fed these losers and their kids for way too long, and I am done.
Girl, she's so pathetic.
Anyways, guys, that is what you can expect from now on. See you.
Oh, that's it? No, that can't be. Shamelessly making my video 8 minutes for more ads. So it's 1.5 minutes of just silence. See, dude? And you know what? Go for it, girl. You're still not gonna make more. F out of here. Sorry, she's pathetic. This is, like, I don't know, I hate to say it, but it's kind of just like high school loser energy, girl. You're giving, like, you're defeated. That's it. She's been defeated, you guys. Anyways, this is long enough. More than long enough. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I truly do appreciate ya. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe. Become a channel member. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.